there are two events where I can draw something.
Yeah.
When I am tired and when I'm exhausted, really tired, I can make something good. I grew up in a family of artists. I started doing art or making art or doing some sketches when I was about 8. So that's when I started falling in love with art. And I have a desire to make African-inspired art prosper and then create something that's like captured from this kind of artist and that kind of artist, and then make something. It was a long trip, like 20-hour trip in the bus.
Yeah.
So when I got home, I just sketched something. So that's how the Mr Gooz characters evolved.
Yeah.
I don't like AI in art.
But even if it's hyped right now.
Yeah, they will gravitate back to something real.
Okay, guys, what's up? And welcome to the podcast. This is the second episode. And today we have Mugabo, the legend, the painter. You can introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me, by the way. My name is Mugabo. And I am an artist, just a creative like you. Yeah.
So we're going to have some questions and some conversations. Okay. So when did you start to paint or trying to get into painting, drawing?
Yeah, one of them, my uncle used to make comics for a publishing company somewhere in Rwanda.
Okay. And
he also used to make billboard paintings, you know. Yeah, so I used to, especially, as far as I can recall, I used to watch him making those kinds of billboard and painting, let's say, like a marketing billboard, you know, and it was fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
But when you start painting, did you start with sketching or you just went straight to?
Oh no, I actually didn't.
Or does it have a evolution? You know?
Yeah. Well, when I was in elementary school, I was just making sketches in my notebook.
On the desk.
Yeah, on the desk. And the teachers also used to invite me to the blackboard to draw some figures if we are trying to make notes. And I will go and draw for them. And so the painting part came very recent, like in 2017 when I graduated from high school.
Yeah. So
I had an opportunity now to touch on the paint and make something, you know.
Yeah,
but
cool.
Before that, it was just sketching on a limb of papers and my notebook with pencil and
But what made you attracted to this medium of, you can choose any type of art, but you know, or does it give you, because when you paint, maybe it's like a form of meditation or something, you know, just to take your mind off, because I do it too.
You do it too?
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, well, I'm very interested in so many things, you know. Growing up, I wanted to try everything I can put my hands on. And so art was something special. But growing up, I tried dancing. I tried playing football. I was very good at football. And I also tried basketball, volleyball, pretty much everything. And I was very competitive at everything. But when it comes to painting or drawing, I felt it was something special because there are two events where I can draw something. When I am tired, when I'm exhausted, really tired, I can make something good. And because I do it in a form of meditation, as you say, just to calm myself down. So I sit down and I let everything flow, you know? And then if I am very angry, I can also make something good. Because yes, it's something that helps me take my eyes and my mind off things.
Yeah.
And then if I'm focused, I can make something good.
Yeah. You could, because it can help to channel the feelings from this to something else.
Yeah, but not only that. Some people, I think, you need to get this guy angry so that he can make something. No, this is this is where I gain my happiness. Or this is I tried to leave art, but I couldn't. I don't know. It just come randomly, even if I'm not angry or I'm not tired. It's just something might pop up in my head when I'm talking with people or, walking on the street. Something might pop up and then I will sketch it somewhere so that I will develop the idea later on. But other than that, when I travel, when I meet people, that's how my idea and expressions are formed.
Yeah.
And then, I tend to keep a lot of ideas. I have a lot of sketches here that has my ideas. So they come randomly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And most of the paintings, as you can see, have like some inspiration from the environment you live in, maybe. And how much the impact does it have, like maybe from Rwanda and your environment where you grew up?
A lot, actually. Yeah, a lot. The culture of Africa generally.
Yeah.
Doing the African stuff mostly is fueled by the desire of seeing more of them, because a lot of popular art are, I don't know, quote unquote, they look like they are made from Europe or anything. They are made for those people.
Yeah.
And African art, there's also a lot that are popular, historical art, artifacts and stuff. But, I'm fueled and I have a desire to make African-inspired art prosper. And how do you say, what's the word? Evolution of it?
Take it to
grow,
Yeah.
But coming from the root of Africa, I want to portray a lot of animals,
You got this one.
Yes, I want to portray figures of art inspired from art, other artists from Africa, and then create something that's like captured from this kind of artist and that kind of artist, and then make something, And I like abstraction, by the way. You might see some paintings that are very clear in your eyes, like zebra or other stuff. But I like these kinds of figures that I create in an abstract way. And sometimes I don't give them a name because I'm seeing new things every day in the painting. I'm like, maybe I can name this. Yeah, the name is good. But the next day I will come up with something. I'll look at it and then, no, the name is not good. Let me get another one. I like those kinds of painting that make me sit down and look at them. Not just to look at them and say, oh, that's zebra, and then move on. No. I like to sit down and see something confusing.
What is this?
So for years I've been making those kinds of crazy painting. Until this time, and maybe I'm taking another route this time of, painting something that's clear to some people's eyes, because they always tell me, what is this thing that you're making? And I have trouble as well explaining them what it is, but I like having it and I like doing it. Maybe we'll talk about it later. But I do.
That's and like you mentioned about some taking inspiration from some artists. Do you have like some favorite ones, maybe?
Yes, in Rwanda, and in the world generally. Yes, I do. Well, in the world, I will say I take inspiration or I take motivation from old masters like Picasso, De Kooning or this, how do you call this guy? Basquiat.
Basquiat.
I like how free that guy was.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, doesn't care. He just make things.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the recent guy I like, is it Peter Tarrant? I think he's not. He is popular where he is,
Yeah, yeah.
but he make this pop art that are vibrant. And then in my country, there's another artist who make cultured painting that portrays the culture of Rwanda. His name is Virasa Bernard. Actually, I'm a very good friend with his son.
Oh, that's
and he
nice.
was living here in Poland, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, but he went back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious. I'll check him out.
Yeah, you should check him out. I will give you his social, and then
I mean, like even the paintings.
Yeah, they're very interesting. They're very popular. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Do you have any the process of how you make them, or like each time is different?
The process of making painting?
Yeah. Do you have like a step? First, I have to do this, or like you just take it painting by painting, like you just let it flow each time.
Yeah, that's the word. I let it flow.
Okay.
I do not have a strategy at all.
No structure. Yeah. That's when it's the best. Because, yeah.
Sometimes I even approach canvas with no idea, but mostly I do have an idea because from those sketches, sometimes I even look into the sketch and I end up drawing or painting a sketch that I made 2000 and something. And I just feel like it's the right time and the right moment to paint that idea.
Yeah.
And the painting process, I normally don't have an idea which color I'm going to use.
Yeah.
And that's the fun part about it.
Yeah.
You
figure out as it goes.
Yes, I just figure out as it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
cool. For the abstract part, by the way. But for painting, the clear stuff, sometimes I have an idea about how I want it to look.
Yeah, but is it hard to come up with some ideas sometimes, like some creative blocks?
No, it's not hard for me to come up with ideas. It's hard for me to maintain idea and develop them.
What does that mean?
I would have loved to have these as my full-time job.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I don't have time to develop those ideas that I kept. Yeah? And I feel like sometimes they get old and they lose their own quality and flair to it. And but I always come up with things. I actually avoid getting ideas.
It's getting too much.
Yeah, it's getting too much. Yeah, like say there is a character that I have we will talk about, the Mr Gooz.
Yeah, we can talk about them. What is Mr Gooz? I see like the faces on YouTube, especially. I just follow those, and they're like different faces each time. And what's the intention behind it? And I was thinking maybe like, he's trying to create some cartoon universe of its own. But you can explain it more.
Mr. Gooz. Okay. Yeah, so this...
Who is...
All right. I'm in the bus coming from Tanzania. This is 2019, leading to 2020. I was coming from an interview from Dar es Salaam. I just got a visa to come to Poland. And then I went back home to prepare myself to come. And when I'm happy, ideas, they flow.
Yeah.
Or when I'm complimented for my work, that's when I make them happen now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I do something and someone say it's interesting, it's good, I like it, this is amazing, I make 5 of them. 5 more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that also inspires me. So I was very happy with result that I got a visa.
Yeah.
And I got home and I sketched to sort of relax as it was a long trip, like 20-hour trip in the bus.
Yeah.
So when I got home, I just sketched something. There's this thing I do, have a paper and put a pen there and let my hands do the work.
Okay.
You know, I'm not thinking.
Yeah.
I'm not analyzing. I just draw a line, draw a circle, draw something, and then after a minute or two, I start connecting the dots.
Yeah, and they kind of have like patterns too, like the faces.
Yes,
it's really interesting.
Yes, like you can see the patterns for the Mr Gooz. The eyes may look kind of similar.
Yeah,
and their mouth, and then other features to the figure, how they look are quite weird and different, and they have their own shape.
Yeah.
So I just let my hands do the work, and I don't judge, I don't think, I don't analyze. I just try to analyze and connect the thought after a minute or 3 minutes when I have pretty much everything everywhere. And I'm like, if I do this, put a nose here, put this here, put this here, it looks interesting, you know? Yeah. And then I put it aside and I re-sketch it and say, okay, maybe I could put this line here until I come up with something. Or I come up with 5 more versions of that idea. So that's how the Mr. Gooz characters evolved. So at that time, that night, I drew like 5 sketches of weird characters, Mr. Gooz world characters. Yeah. And I was like, what is this? How do I, how do I explain this?
Yeah.
So the idea of Mr. Gooz developed when I got here in Poland.
Okay.
Because at the time now, I had a lot of sketches of Mr. Gooz world,
Yeah.
And I wanted to give them personality and they look different. They have their own similarity. So how can I put them in their own box,
Yeah.
I was like, that's where I set out to look for a name, to name this world of Mr. Gooz. I looked through a lot of names and I wanted especially to have a name that has 2 O's in there.
Why?
Because I was also fueled to create a logo where the 2 O's will become those rounded eyes. Okay. And then the G and Z will, sort of play around. That's where it came. And then I was like, okay, I have to look for a name that has 2 O's in it.
That's
Start
cool.
from book, blah, blah, until I came up with Mr. Gooz. And then I call it the world of Mr. Gooz. And then I was like, I am the character, but I am bringing out this mystery world that's in my head out to the world and on the paper. And then I created a special character into these other characters that I draw that I can relate to or give my personality in that world. And then this character is giving me a tour in that world.
Yeah.
That's how I told the story to myself. I'm like, okay. Whenever I come up with another sketch, I'm like, okay, I'm with this guy, Mr. Gooz. We're touring this mysterious world. And okay, that's how Mr. Gooz came up.
That's cool.
And I sketched consistently. I stopped painting them on the canvas because they are too many ideas I have. And I'm not sure if people are interested in them right now. Yeah. I wanted to sometime do something that sells, That's why I decided to do them digitally. We will talk about it later. But that's how it came out.
It's like, so they're kind of like a reflection of you somehow.
Playful reflection.
Playful. Okay. But in other cases, beside Mr. Gooz, do you have any specific message you want to transfer when you paint them, or you just let the viewer decide what it is?
Well, that's a good question. Yes, I let the viewer decide what it is, but I want it to be fun for myself.
Okay.
When something is, this is funny, when something is not clear for me, and when it's not clear what I'm trying to say through my work, I make them personal, you know? I'm like, this is me. I don't know who is going to relate to this.
Yeah, yeah.
But let me make this first about me so that I can make them. And then when I start to find meaning and inspiration in the feeling that I had when I was making them, then I can connect the dots and create a vision for what I'm making,
Yeah.
you know? Right now, I'm making Mr. Gooz as a personal playground for me. Just playing around, expressing myself, and then having fun. And then the idea of Mr. Gooz world, now it's a playful, adventurous part of it.
Okay.
You know, I'm looking forward to talk about adventuring this world.
Yeah.
And discovering unusual stuff.
Yeah.
And then something might come up there. I'll say, okay, it's a colorful world. Maybe I want to talk about color.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to talk about this and that. That will come later. It's not clear for me at the moment. It's just fun.
But I can't wait to maybe see them animated in some kind of a movie, cartoon movie or something.
Yeah.
Because it's really interesting. It's its own universe, you know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. But you do also with Procreate, right? It's not just like on a canvas. It's more of digital. What do you think about this new technologies? Specifically changing medium from canvas to something digital, and also we can push it to AI or something, or the topic. But do they have difference for you, like the canvas and the tablet?
And yes, they do. They do. Well, the medium of using Procreate to develop those Mr. Gooz ideas, it's very interesting because I have a permission to delete, change the color and everything, and see different way. But here, once the color is there,
you can't.
You can delete it, but it's an extra work.
Yeah.
To apply white and then wait for it to dry and then try another color.
Okay.
That one is like a few seconds. You can change it. So the Procreate, I use it to sort of capture the idea to the fullest. And then eventually, once it makes sense for me, where I'm going with Mr. Gooz's story, then I can start either putting it on the canvas or just continue with the printing part of those in the digital area. And then for here, the painting is I don't know, it's another world. I like it because I get to use my hands and paint, and everything is physical. That one is a pen and it's, I don't know how I feel about it, but I enjoy making it.
Yeah.
But this one I like the most. I like painting the most.
Okay.
And then, with the AI, if you mentioned,
what do you think AI is bringing? I mean, is it killing art, or it's a new form of medium too? Because I'm having a hard time also answering this question. So I'm just put it on you.
Well, I might be biased, but I really don't like AI.
Yeah.
I don't like AI in art, coming in art,
yeah.
Because it's not bringing something spatial. It's just taking other people's idea, other artists who have done art for over 10 years, and it knows their style. It just take their style and just like that, it knows their style, and then it can just create other stuff. So, of course, there are people who use it, and there are artists who gave up, trying to put in 10 hours in what they're making and just generate art
Yeah,
within
yeah.
just a second. But it kills the feeling and the process and the enjoyment of making art, and make people, artists or other people who use it, lazy and greedy. Nobody wants to pay for artists to create something,
Yeah.
and they want to generate it. It's not natural, it's not good.
Yeah.
But in some incident, I think AI does some goods, of course. I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, but do you think there will come a time where artists themselves can use AI to push it forward? Because I'm asking this because I do photography, and like photography wasn't a form of art like since recent years, and when it comes, people were saying, "Oh, it's what is this thing? You just carry it around and take pictures, and you call that art." But as time evolves, it just becomes its own medium. And I'm just wondering. I don't know what will happen, but I'm just wondering if AI can be some type of tool to for artists. I don't know.
Yeah, it can be to some artists, because I believe there are some artists who just don't make art for the sake of, rushing things or, impressing people.
Yeah.
They just they enjoy the process,
Yeah.
and they like creating what they're creating. And hopefully, if they get someone who really appreciate the hard work they put in, they would like to buy something real, something an artist has put enough time and hard work in it, they can support that artist. But yes, I believe AI, or it's going to create its own medium, of course, where people use AI to serve other people who are looking for AI-made services. Yeah, I think that will happen. If not, right now it's happening actually in other form. But if we're talking about art, I think it will come a time, just like how if NFT had its own time where you can sell everything like soft, like JPEG picture. It's weird.
It is.
But you can almost sense that there is no test, or there's no hard work in it, because if you didn't work hard for something, you can lose it. You lose test for it. I don't know.
I was watching also this new this banana stitched on the wall. I don't know if you heard, there was some news, and it sold like for a lot of million. And I was like, what the fuck,
the world.
It's just, and he ate the banana after.
After, I saw that.
So it's a
200,000. Is it million now?
I think it's million. I imagine.
So maybe that's how it's going to be written. Of course, maybe they're looking for that PR, something being written in the history. That's this. There was a banana that cost $1 million. Someone purchased it and ate it. So it's going to be the same thing. I was relating the AI with these coins and NFT and stuff, because they come in and it's like an easy money and easy thing comes in, and it feels like a scam to so many people. You can almost test or sense that this is a scam. But yes, people are making money selling NFTs. But now, I don't know, I don't hear NFT a lot anymore.
I think it's slowly dying, right? Or I don't know, but I'm not hearing like I used to a few years ago.
So I sort of think AI in art that way, that people will hype. We are hyping about AI, how it's creating stuff, generating stuff, and then it will even become smarter and create video, as you can see as well. And then slowly it will die. And then still people will come to something that they enjoy naturally. You can almost feel like you're cheating when you generate art and post it and say that you made it. You can almost not feel good about it.
Yeah.
So you need to do something with your hand and then even show the process, and then people will say, you will even feel that this is amazing. If someone compliments you and say, wow, this is amazing, it's beautiful, blah, 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 you will feel that.
Yeah.
But if you post an AI generated stuff and they compliment you, you don't feel that compliment.
Yeah.
It's straight, and it's a shame to you that you didn't make it. I think it will get smarter, but then it will be there.
Yeah. So I think you're saying eventually people will just gravitate to something real eventually. But even if it's hyped right now.
Yeah, they will gravitate back to something real. I think so. I don't know.
That's true. Yeah. I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. AI also is like changing the meaning of what it means to be art too sometimes. So then my next question will be, what's like the art and artist role in society, like in our world? Like, what do we bring to the table? And you know what I mean? Like, we create the stuff, but sometimes I wonder if it's have a meaning, because I personally feel it. Yeah, I don't know. Am I contributing something?
As you?
I'm me, and I'm just asking you, like, what's the role of artists in this society?
Yeah, actually, that's a good question. Okay, you'll tell me what you think.
I'll tell you. Yeah.
Well, I think it's like I think artists sort of make the world even more beautiful. They are here to add beauty to the world and decorate the world, but also their other thing that they do is to initiate change, communicate, and also what else? Something godly. I don't know. Let me see. We are also artists. I mean, everyone is an art piece.
Yeah.
God created us.
Yeah.
And now God created people who create. Now we are also creating something. Cool, huh?
Yeah.
I put in some our language. Sorry.
Yeah, you can.
So when you are creating something, you are wondering, you're making life enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's not dull. It's not just there. You're not living, but you are always thinking for what's possible. There's almost a little bit hope to what your life means.
Yeah.
Because what else? What else I think artists
But
bring?
you explained it really well. I like your answers.
Yeah. So what else? I think there's almost art in everything. There is if you're talking about art in general, there is a way of communicating. There is art in communicating. Yeah. There is art in working. You can almost work in a room and make people light up, So you are triggering things in people when you create art or when you display art,
Yeah.
There's as creating something tangible or something visual, yeah?
Yeah.
You see it and it brings something in you, It triggers some feeling in you. And then you give it a certain value. Okay. You record it somewhere in your mind, or you would like to have it somewhere in your room, and you wake up and you're like, get that feeling again.
Yeah.
Or it triggers multiple feelings like me.
Yeah.
It tells you a different story, That's what art means. And the same goes to other careers like, therapy or doctors or dancers or the photographers, you are recording something. You are taking something, capturing something in a way that someone just walked by and didn't look. You are looking for something, okay? And then you capture it. And then someone will come and look at what you captured and they will stop. You're not taking paint and everything and put it on a canvas. That's why you sometimes feel guilty about, the whole process. You just captured something. Yes, it's okay, you captured it, but you looked at it and captured it and you're like, this is interesting. And you create this narrative around it, that people can see right away. But if you take it in your computer and do some other magic, that's maybe you will tell me how you think about it.
Okay.
There is art in everything, if that makes sense.
It totally makes sense.
Yeah. I can talk. There is someone that I'm always interested in talking to.
Yeah.
And there's someone that I'm, interested, not that interested to talk to. And I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah.
They train themselves to communicate effectively.
Exactly.
And the same with doctor. There are good doctor and there are bad doctor. Why? They all went to the same school. But they add their own flair. That adding a lot of that kind of flair to their career or to their field. There is art to it. The way they talk to their, patient, the way they treat them, the way they're chivalrous toward them, that there is art in that. The way they're patient with them, and it triggers something from their patient. That's art.
Okay. Yeah, that's... I don't know if I can say it in a better way, but you explained it really well. For me, I think artists' role in society is to push conversations, like change cultures, making people notice something they overlooked. And maybe it's because I was doing a lot of street photography, and it's not like I'm creating the images, I'm just looking, like you said. And that's when I realized, like, everything can be an art. A leaf, a tree, a flower, a grass, and people walking, just that's an art itself. If you kind of capture it, it's be like, what is that? It just makes you stare and contemplate, and just noticing stuff. That's
so people are counting on your eyes to get a feeling of something.
It's something
because
like that.
We're not looking, actually. If you notice people, we are not looking. We have a lot going on here. And if you are going outside looking and at least capturing something for them.
And the crazy thing is, you capture it and you see it and it tells something about something inside me. And that's when I start to philosophizing, maybe. Everything inside me is outside and outside is inside. Like, it's kind of crazy that everything that we look at can be an art. And like you said, God created everything. And he's the greatest artist. And we're just, for me personally, I'm just trying to copy what's already been made.
Everybody. Everybody is copying. He's remixing.
There was this quote from the Bible, I think. What did it say? I hope I remember it. But there's nothing new under the sun. And I think it means it's what's already been made is already made. And we're just like taking inspiration from this infinite thing. From there, from there, and then just picking up stuff and then forming it and then giving it to someone. And it can be its own feeling and own product.
Absolutely.
That's for me is art, and that's can change people's life, I think.
Yeah.
Bring some light to people.
That's true. Yeah.
How can you make something you love a career? Personally, I'm trying to figure out too, like how to sell my stuff. But I think most artists have this problem of making a living out of the thing we love. And how can we overcome it, in your opinion? And for example, I see you just make all these things. Of course, you sell them, but you can tell me your experience. And I've been in some of your exhibitions too. That was epic. I love it.
Okay. Well, that's a good question. Let me see. Well, I think
it's only tough questions.
Yeah. Well, I think it's patient. You need patience. You need to keep making, and you need patience. Well, a great and realistic answer is to not think about making money right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you'll be disappointed. This is not a job that will give you salary every month. You're counting on someone liking your painting, and 100 people might like your painting, but they might not give you enough money to survive a month, or they cannot afford it. Or the same way with your work as well. This is like a third need for people. There are basic needs for people, but the need for them to have your work in their house, I think it's not the primary need. So the way I can approach this question is just make your work, okay? Strive to learn everything that you can about your field and keep making with means that you have. If you are not making money, or if you're just starting, I think it's a high time for you to learn and make a lot of mistakes. Make a lot of things that look awkward, that look weird, that look bad, that has no skills in them, and from there, you get to develop your craft, your style, or your niche, and then it will eventually start to appeal to people. Your mastery and your greatness will start to show up in what you make because you had those long hours in the gym, if I may say.
Yeah.
And then you cannot hype people about going to the gym if you just went to the gym today. Just 1 week going into the gym, and you expect 100 people to be motivated by you,
Yeah.
You have to spend like 2 years straight without missing.
Yeah.
And those 2 years, you don't have to say anything. People will look at you and they will see your arms, your legs, your parks, I don't know, your arms. And then they will be motivated, you see? So, and they will be willing to pay you to train them, to say something that will make them keep going.
Yeah.
So I think, and also patient, patience, you need to have a lot of patience, and then try something else that can give you money, get a job, and go to school, of course, and then make money so that you can support your work, and then eventually your work will support you.
Yeah.
Okay. And maybe another way I can answer it is, yes, be generous as well. You have to give your work. You have to. I don't know if I can tell a story here.
Of course, yeah.
I still don't consider myself successful yet. I don't know if I'm the best person to answer this, but I can see where things are engineered or they start from growing, okay? Well, you know Ekaterina, right?
Yeah.
So when I got here, or even when I was in Rwanda, but I'm going to tell you a story from here. When I got here, the art in me made me uncomfortable, so I had to create art, especially the craft, okay? I was working in a factory somewhere in Wrocław, and then I woke up one day, I was like, let me post some of the pictures of the things that I made back home on Facebook. People use Facebook here a lot.
Yeah.
And then ask them where I can get newspapers. Okay? Long story short, a lot of people were surprised about this artwork.
Yeah, yeah.
They're out of making something from old newspapers. Yeah. They hyped me on Facebook. I wasn't expecting that. I just wanted to find where I can get this old newspaper that they're throwing so that I can make them again.
Yeah.
Long story short, I ended up meeting with this lady, and then we planned something about, doing some workshop, teaching people how to make this in her NGO or organization. She started also collecting newspaper for me and send them to me.
Okay.
So I was able to create art. And then when I got another job, I started making the craft more easily. So to jumpstart to where things started to change for me, I came to school to get a document. I don't remember what it is. And I brought one of my craft for Ekaterina.
Okay.
I just wanted to give it to her and thank her. You know how she helps us a lot.
Of course.
You know?
Ekaterina.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, and I just brought it to her. I was like, this is what I make, and I just wanted to give it to you, and I want you to have it as a gift, She was shocked, of course. She has never seen anything like this, and it stayed in our office. I think they're still there, some of the craft I gave her. And I think the whole university knows about me, and all the success, all the workshop that you see me making, all was started from that.
From that.
Because the next 2 weeks she called me and she was like, "Can you come and do a workshop in EMIC Foundation?"
Yeah.
They organized a workshop. I came to train people. I had fun. It was good. And from that workshop, it was a volunteer workshop, And then from that workshop, I got someone who told me that she will hire me to come and do another workshop. You see? The same started that way. You see?
It started a ripple effect.
Yes, yes. So, you see, the same goes to other creatives. You don't have to think about money right now, or think about the capital, or think about who is going to pay me for this. Because if I don't get paid, I'm not going to make it. Oh, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
so make stuff and be generous and share them and give them to people, because you're creating them for the people. Yeah, that's an advice. And things will unfold later. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, that's good advice. And it's so true, because if I think now online, many people want to be creative, want to do some art, but they can't, because they can't see money and future in it, and that's why it stops them from creating. And that's why it stops them from creating and doing what they love. And it's because they can't. It can also give us another question, that why do we do art? Like, is it for the money or is it for you? Because if you do it just to make you happy and just to have this creative outlet and to let your passion flow, then it can eventually bring its own money, because you don't even have choice with it, because if you keep creating, it just makes this ripple effects everywhere. But if the money is the motivation for creating something, then I think it won't go far.
Yeah, absolutely. You will not go anywhere.
Yeah, because once you start not selling that thing, you will stop making it. But the reason that makes you keep creating and doing it more is because it's not attached about the money or the likes or the comments or any type of that thing. It's just doing you. And doing you is natural. You can do it, wake up and do you.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
And as you said, patience plays a big part of it, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's true. Okay. Tell me about your journey as well, as a creative. When did you become? What fueled your creativity to become a photographer or a videographer? I like your stuff, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
You're doing a great work.
I think it kind of started long time ago, but I didn't know it. What was it? Like since when I was a kid, maybe I started sketching on the desk, writing some things, because I used to write some poems too, and then, but I never showed anyone. Or I started sketching. It was like a messy thing. I start this, I drop it, do that, do this, do that, and then I remember one time my friend asked me to make this banner for some business, and then we go and ask this guy to make some banner for us, and he charged us a lot of money. And I was like, no way, I'm not paying this amount of money. And then I went back home, download some Photoshop, and then I opened YouTube, opened some tutorial, and then I started just copying the banner I saw, and then I made it, and I gave that person to print it, and he was like, "Did you do it?" So yeah. Oh, this is really cool. Blah blah blah. And I was like, "You kidding me? I just did it." Like I wasn't even giving it like that much attention to it, but I was just like doing it to not to pay that money. And I realized that I kind of have this interest to creating stuff this graphic designing or something, and then that's kind of created this own ripple effect, and I started making more pictures. And as soon as I came to Poland, I bought a camera, and then I started taking pictures, and it just rolled, and I'm now making videos. How? I don't know. It's just evolution, I guess. But I can't really pinpoint like, oh, this is when I started. It's just always been there, but I just never noticed it.
And are you interested in something specific when you are, taking photos or making videos? Are you interested, now that you know that you like it and you do it?
Yeah.
Are you interested in certain things? Like, what are you interested in making?
To be honest, I kind of want to do everything. Like, I don't want to limit myself with some medium. I just want, even if it's a shitty thing, I just want to write it. Even if it's a bad sketch, I just want to sketch it. Even if it's a bad video, I just want to make it. I don't want to limit that thing. So I just do whatever,
You want to get out of your way and make stuff. Yeah, that's true.
And but I just happen to be really good at this picture things, because maybe I practiced it more, and the videos too. And as you know, the internet is kind of good social media, so I kind of want to use that as an advantage to make my thing to flow. So that's why I started making videos and pictures, and eventually it got me here. And I don't know where it will take me now, but just trust it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Do you have some challenges when you're making your artwork? Like some discomfort moment or some criticism or like creative block, something? Sometimes you hate camera and you don't want to do it.
As you said, that's when I was laughing, because you said I was never out of ideas. It's kind of the same. I just have always something to do. You lock me inside a door, maybe I'll start scratching the wall and then do something.
Yeah.
I just cool. So I just do. I always have something to do. I'm never out of ideas, but yeah. The comments, maybe my people comments and people, the way they perceive my thing, maybe kind of used to have a lot of impact on me. But now I'm just trying to not even listen to it. I'm just, I don't even care.
That's the goal.
Yeah, like I don't care if they say it's good or it's bad. I just do what I do, and hopefully they like it. But if they don't, I understand them.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to hate it.
That's true. You don't like everything as well.
Yeah, I don't like everything. So it's
that's cool. That's cool.
But that's how I see me doing this. And
so, but these days you've been making it very serious. Why so? Why are you turning to even YouTube a lot?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Now it's your interview.
No, we can talk.
Yeah. But the reason I took it seriously is because I realized the passion should be a career. I can't be, my heart shouldn't be divided into two things, chasing this corporate life or chasing this thing that I want. And I was always split. Maybe if I grow my career and get paid more, I will be good and I can do this thing on the side. But I realized passion can never be a side hustle. So I just have to go all in and trust my gut, my heart, and leave everything out of the equation.
That's true. That's good.
And that's why I'm keep creating, because I just want to do it more, and I don't think nothing should stop.
Yeah. Nothing should.
Because even this podcast is kind of uncomfortable for me, because you have to talk in the camera and stuff, but I just do it because it's like a challenge for me, and it kind of gives me more energy.
Yeah.
When I'm doing some uncomfortable things, it's just like, oh yeah, I did it.
You see? You're training your muscle, and one day will be like, you can even wake up and do a podcast. You don't have to plan and everything.
Yeah. I just we talked about it, and then we just do it. And last time I did it with Tino, it was just like, I was like, why not do it? What am I afraid of? Is it because if people think it's bad, then maybe I'm bad, or am I afraid of something? Or who am I afraid of? Whose opinion, And those things start to question me, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then if the comments or something is bad, then so be it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
But that's how I see it, and I love the process. It's a challenge for me. I just like to put myself in those shoes, where I know I'm not really good, but it just starts that spark, and then it just goes itself.
No, that's the important part. If you feel like if you're not doing it, you might regret it one day.
Yeah.
then it's the right move. Continue making it. Continue making it. Like, it's the same with me. I sat down. I remember it was in high school, about to graduate, because I was thinking about who I am going to become. Am I going to become an electrician? Because I don't know. I always hype myself. I always see myself as a successful person in my head. Even in the dream, if I am fighting, I have to win.
Yeah.
I never see myself losing. So I was sitting in the class one day, and I asked myself, do I want to become an electrician and do electric stuff and then become successful in that field, or I want to become an artist for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
So I was, my field at that time was electronics and telecommunication.
Okay.
So I thought about, I visualized everything. Like from my 18, I was 19 at the time. No, 18. And I looked at myself in 35 years ahead. I looked at myself having a company that makes these electronic components and everything. I'm a CEO, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I just looked at myself. Would I be happy? I was like, there's something that will be missing. But then when I thought about, becoming an artist, the journey of it, and I looked at myself in years, I started looking at myself like these things that are happening,
Yeah.
Going around the world, making workshop, making exhibition, meeting people, making a lot of art, hopefully selling some,
Yeah.
And then I started smiling, thinking about it. I was like, nah, this is where I'm going now.
Yeah.
So as long as I keep making art, I think when I am 60 or when I am dying, I will not regret, And I think that's the goal.
Yeah. That's so true, because I had the same thought like yours. Like I imagined myself having all this business, making more money and everything. But as you said, it doesn't excite. It doesn't bring that spark in your heart. Like, oh yeah, I can't wait for this to happen. But when I think about doing some creative stuff, making videos, writing some stories or films or photographs, or just something that can express my emotion and I can be able to tell some story to it, that makes me smile, and that needs to happen.
It needs to happen.
And I was like, okay, I can't be fooling myself again and again, trying to chase who I'm not. Because the career stuff and everything with I do some IT stuff, but I kind of got into it because of people told me I would get a lot of money from it. Right. You choose those kind of fields because you get money. You get hired and you'll be stable from it. But in my heart, all I wanted was to be unstable and reckless. I want to be reckless with my decisions, and because those are the type of decisions that just, like you said, just makes those ripple things, and so many things happen. And now I'm able to make films, travel all around the world. That's crazy to me because, and all this started with this simple decision. So yeah.
That's cool. You see, money is not a good idea to think about money.
No.
To do things because of money, I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a secondary thing. It's good if it comes, but even if it doesn't come, it's okay. I will be starving and still do this.
And I think money also is not interested in someone who is desperate for it.
Yeah. You'd be greedy, right?
Yeah, you'd be greedy. And I think money is interested in where ideas are. I think even the rich people, they are rich because of their ideas.
That's
and
true.
they're always looking for ideas, either to invest them in this. They are looking for ideas. They're not looking for money. You see? So,
but that's what is wrong with our current society mostly, because we're always being taught to chase the paper.
yeah, it's a problem. That's a problem. I think that's why we are poor in Africa.
And that's why, as a creative, that's as I told you, we push culture and change narratives and just make these conversations. And I felt like that was my job to just make some destructions around that thinking. So. That's why I want to talk about this, and that's why I want to,
Yeah, and I know it's uncomfortable to hear someone telling you that money shouldn't be your first goal. You should chase something that doesn't make you money. It's uncomfortable to hear, but really, when you switch about, I think there is this person. You might know him. He's a motivational speaker and evangelist. His name was Dr. Myers Monroe. I think he's popular. I think you've heard of him. He described the world as the people who are in the world. There are three people in the world. There are rich people. There are poor people. There are rich people. And there are wealthy people.
Yeah.
And you need to look at yourself in the image of wealthy people, because poor people, they think about money all the time. That's what on their mind.
Yeah.
They think about money all the time. Rich people, they think about things. That's what he said. They think about things, cars and houses and stuff. And wealthy people, look around. Wealthy people, they're looking for ideas to invest in, to develop. That's why they're wealthy. And money is flowing toward them. And you wonder why they have billions, Yeah, and it's something as simple as that. If you're a poor person and you know it, you know that you're thinking of money all the time.
Yeah.
How can I get money? You know that. And if you have a little bit of money, how can I buy this and that and that? You're not thinking about schemes and thinking about planning, doing something that can generate or become an engine of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Let me start from there. It's lovely.
Okay, now I want to ask you about your future plan. How do you see yourself in 10 years or 10, 20, or I don't know. Do you have any plans or some visions about it? You can share, and I will share too.
Yeah, sure. I think I want to keep making art as usual. I just want to graduate here and finish the school and everything, and then I think it was very recent. I thought about continue and do masters after bachelor, because I think I don't know. I think that education doesn't matter how you learn or what skills that you have, what you're capable of. The world or wherever you will go, you will have to have some identification about what you're capable of. And that qualification or ID can be accumulated from the school or university by your diploma or certificate. So I understand that, and I go to school for that. I want to get my bachelor, and then if I feel that the need to continue masters, I will continue it. But if I if my art is giving me opportunities and I'm okay with the job that I have, I will think about scaling it because I am thinking about creating a business back home.
Around your art?
Yeah, of course, around my art. And then if it's a business that's going to stick and people will enjoy what I'm bringing on the market, I might go back and run the business or set it up very well and come back if there's something here for me, of course. Yeah. But I'm thinking about traveling the world, hopefully get married, then have a family. You know, I'm a family guy. So that's it. Just living, but keep on making art and running my own business just to become free from the corporate world, you know, having where I can get some income. Because really, the business for me, creating a business, it's not to go and grab a lot of money and stack them in the bank. No, I just need an engine that will support what I'm doing and that will support my family eventually. And then I'll keep making art. Yeah. And I think if I focus on ideas that I have in mind and what I want to do and bring for people, I think the money will come.
It has no choice.
It has no choice because it will be attracted to me.
Yeah. It's like a magnet being a magnet.
So I think that's my plan. I will be lying if I tell you that in 20 years I will be here, but I absolutely think that I will have a good life. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying to pinpoint something and to be specific about it, because even when I was like a teenager, when I was imagining about the future, of course I have like the specific things, but life kind of taught me that it's never like that. It just takes its own course, and when you vision something, you just only see the trailer, not the whole movie, you know. I just want the trailer to be as good as it can.
That's wonderful. I couldn't say it better.
The movie itself, I will see it when I'm there, and I want to keep creating and grow as a person too, and just take life step by step.
Are you planning to go back home?
I will go soon, in January for a few weeks, but I want to be free, meaning in location. Like I don't want to. I want to live this nomadic style, I think. I've always fantasized about it.
Me too.
I don't know if it's possible, but it's like I want to be there, here, travel all the way to the globe and make things that I do, experience the cultures, and then maybe after that I can rest and live somewhere. But first I want to experience what is that nomadic life feels like.
That's true. That's good. That's a good idea. I want to do that too.
I want to know how it feels like to go to China and then just go to some village and just 3 months. What it feels like.
And live there for 3 months.
What does it feel like?
That's good.
And can I speak Mandarin or something? Or I can go to Ethiopia or in some... I like villages for some reason. I don't know why I keep saying village, but I think maybe that's what I'm gravitating towards.
Me too. I like outside of the city. That's good. And do you have any specific place you want to travel to?
Africa more. I want to go to I want to try Egypt, Rwanda, of course. Maybe Nigeria and South Africa is also good. They have nice beaches.
Yeah, that's cool.
I want to take a look at it and go to maybe Asia. I have too many.
Around the world.
Just you know what I mean?
Nomadic life, yeah.
Yeah, and learn their history, probably a little bit of their language. I'm not expecting myself to speak it, but and just studying it and just
just seeing people how they live differently from you and
and I hopefully that will reflect back to me and then make me a better person.
That's true. You need that as a creative, especially what you do. I think you need that.
Yeah, I just want to pick everything, you know.
Me too. I want to pick and field my get a remix of everything and
and then you can see it on the canvas, or like they can create this interesting vibe. And I kind of want to form a message that I want to transfer to, like what I think the solution to our world could be. Just my opinion. Maybe that would be my like signature stuff. Like what for my country, hopefully if they listen. But I just want to provide my point of view and then just get away from it.
Just say it anyway. They will. They will.
Yeah.
You will be discovered one day.
I hope they listen, and I hope I get the answers too. Like not like I have to tell them what they should be or something, but if I want to feel it in me and then transfer it, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
And maybe we can close this off now, but you can tell them where they can find you.
Oh, okay.
Of course, I'll put everything in the description. Make sure to check it out and subscribe to.
Yeah, subscribe. Support the creative here. Yes, so you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and where else? I think mostly Instagram. And Facebook, I don't use it that much. Instagram is Mugabo _art.
Okay.
And then YouTube is Aimable Mugabo. And for me, I have another YouTube for Mr Gooz.
Mr Gooz, yeah.
Yeah, it's Mr Gooz World. That's all.
I'll put it down below. Just make sure to check them out.
Yeah. That's where you can find me. Thank you.
Yeah, and I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, I
did.
Enjoyed it. I thought we will not go this far. Like
it's probably too long. I don't know. More than I hope
an hour and something.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we will do another episode or something one day. But
of course. Yeah, we can do it.
I enjoyed it. That's cool. Thank you for having me on your podcast.
No worries. This is Robelhood. Actually, the Robelhood comes from Robin Hood. Do you know about Robin Hood? Robin Hood?
No.
There was this fairy tale that this Robin Hood, who steals from the rich guys.
Oh yeah, I know the story. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, "Fuck, my name match," because it's Robin, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll make it Robelhood."
Robelhood, the podcast.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I think we can close this off.
We can close?